you'll usually have a side that you're more, let's just say, comfortable with. So let's say, I took it back, okay. I usually fall off to this side right here, yeah. So here's a body lock right here, yeah. You have to be at an angle to get the body lock. I can't do it if my spine is aligned with his spine. So if you notice my hip shot, same as what you do with a triangle. You're not going to get a triangle straight on, okay? You need an angle. So body lock is a body triangle. You need that angle. So here you got to keep in mind that this foot is somewhat vulnerable, so you got to kind of keep it away here, and you don't want to have these toes pointed and applying pressure down, because that's just basically you foot locking yourself. So you want to get the back of this knee right about where your foot bends, because now I'm compressing the actual space in between my legs. And if you begin to extend your hips and flex the thighs, you can tap them reasonably because you can feel them breathing. So all you do is as you feel the person begin to breathe in a more kind of a pressure way, every time he exhales, you tighten, and then you tighten, and you tighten, and then he just can't re-inhale. Similar to like what an anaconda does. So body lock, hooks. Okay? Now, from here, you see how much chest to back I have right here, okay? And my head is higher than his. So I have to keep in mind that if I go from a body lock, okay, to just hooks, I never want to have my feet crossed like this, unless they're high. If they're high, it's okay. So you can't hook him with his feet right here. He's got a free hand. Maybe he'll push this top hook off right here, okay? And now I can go to, this is the hip lock right here, okay? The foot that stays in as the hook, okay, spurs, and this hook that gets pushed out, your knee is pinching in, and then you get a nice bite right here. All right, so now you have his hip. So it makes it hard for him to turn to his right, even though that you don't have a hook, okay? So now from here, I can begin to attack all kinds of stuff here. I can reinsert the hook right here. He can remove the hook. I have the hip lock right here, okay? Now, in order to get the thigh lock, I prefer to get an underhook on both arms, boom, up, and push him up with my knee. So now I'm at his thigh. Now I have the thigh lock. It's a figure four on the thigh, and I immediately scoop that foot and lock. So I have thigh lock, scoop his bottom leg, and this foot gets me the lock down. So now I have the lock down, okay? And I have a good control, because he's not gonna go anywhere. I just have to make sure that this hand controls his left side of his body, okay? Because I'm controlling his right leg with this lock down here, okay? If I don't control the body, okay, his left side of the body, he theoretically can turn and more go to his stomach or his knees, but I still have that leg right there. So even though he does that, I can still sit up and I can still control here. Because from here now, we have the calf slicer here. You have the ability to now just basically flatten him out right here. And if he really begins to build to his knees, what do you mean? Okay. From here, and I can begin to pull him in to the truck right here. Okay. Where you have legs, crotch, everything. However, from here, as you see, it's this bottom leg that locks. What I like to do is, I like to get here so it's like I'm going for this leg right here. Because if I roll back, this is going to be a crotch ripper, I believe. Because banana split, I think, with the leg move there. So oftentimes to defend, I'm watching, just baiting his left arm. The second he crosses over my arm, I hook here, I lean back, and I pull it to my chest with pressure. So if this left hand's pulling to the chest, this right hand is pushing up, and he cannot unhook it, okay? So that from here, as I keep pushing up, my left hand slides down, and now you have a wrist lock, okay? So we have the lock down. I can always go back with that control here, and then we can go back to a body lock. So you have body lock, you have hip lock right here, okay? Then from here, you go to thigh lock. Bring your knee down and push them up, and you have yourself a thigh lock. Scoop that leg. You have the lockdown. Extend it so I can sit up. Hook right here. Arm to arm. Lift. I can set up twisters from here. Wrist locks from here. Begin to Kimura him from here, or begin to twister him from here. All right. So here. So I fall. When I fall up this way here, I lock up the body lock right here. If you can't get the body lock, it's okay. Just make sure you have hooks right here. Your hooks, the objective of the hooks is more so to be able to pinch your knees. It's not necessarily the hooks like you're spurring like a cowboy. You want to be able to pinch your knees and just control, because these hooks, they're fairly easy to move, okay? So I don't want to be overcommitted to the hooks because he's got one free arm. But remember, I have my hands here, and you always should be attacking the neck. It's over to force him to defend, because he's going to use a free arm to defend. Then I have this arm here, okay? And then I can begin to grip fight and hand fight and so forth, okay? Well, let's say my top leg gets unhooked. My right leg still stays, yes. Because the second that he pushes this hook off, they'll bring their knee to the chest, yes. So now from here, look, I spur this right in that section there, and then spur here. I pull it all in, and I pinch right here. Okay, so the knees are controlling. So now it's very difficult for him to actually turn to his stomach. Turn his stomach, because I have the hip. It's not impossible, but it's better for me to be able to also control his left side, because I'm more so controlling kind of the bottom side.